Hi, I'm Weston, and I love talking about the Astros, and boy oh boy was that painful to watch. I am going to recap Game 27 of the regular season. Astros, to say fall to the Padres, that might be a bit of an understatement, to be quite honest. That was, what's another word for horrendous? It was bad. It was bad. 13-2, got out hit 14-5, and just okay. Starting with pitching, Brandon Bielak. I don't know if he was off with control, if he just wasn't placing it where he wanted to. I'm inclined to believe that because the changeup that hit that would be his last batter that he faced, the one that hit Fernando Tatis Jr. That just it didn't seem like he had control of that. Which, by the way, that was not an intentional hit by pitch, and I don't want to say you're dumb if you think it was, but that was a breaking ball. It's his rookie season. I don't think he'd be doing that. So I think his control was off. I also don't want to say this because I don't want to just blame him for not being Maldonado, but a little part of me wonders if we didn't get destroyed so badly because Maldonado wasn't he wasn't catching. And I know some of you are probably going to be like, well, Weston, why would that make any difference? He's the one that makes the decisions on what to throw. And so part of me wonders if maybe that has anything to do with it. It probably doesn't. I'm probably just talking out my hind. But I still wanted to mention that. He went, I believe, an inning in the third. And it was just... that was a bad game for Brandon Bielak. And it sucks because he's been a really good pitcher to this point. So hopefully he can figure that out and be better for the next game. Castellanos came in and this is kind of the same thing. He went, I believe, 3 innings fully, like 3 full innings, and gave up 4 runs, which I'm gonna be honest. After the first inning, it was over. It was over after the second inning. That was a hard game to watch, and I've seen quite a few hard games. This was just painful. He gave up 4 runs. Bianchini came in, and he was okay-ish. He wasn't egregious, and maybe I'm just grading off of a bell curve because the first 2 pitchers were... and I like Brandon Bielak, so when I say this, don't take this as me trying to insult him, but given the first 2 pitchers were just terrible tonight, maybe I'm grading on the bell curve, and I saw Bianchini as okay, but he was fine. There was nothing egregious that happened. I mean, he gave up a 2-run home run, but at that point, the dam had already burst. So, at that point, 2 runs is basically nothing. Cy Snead came in to finish out the pitching and struck out 3 batters to KO the side and end the 8th inning, which maybe they'd given up, or maybe he was just really feeling it tonight. I wish we could have that Cy Snead in his other outings, like when it's a close game or in extra innings. That Cy Snead would be clutch in those moments. And he was good tonight. He struck out 3 batters. Like, he looked good. But even when there's a positive, I find a way to make a negative out of it. I'm sorry. I mean, he looked good. Struck out 3 batters. But at that point, the game was pretty much over. Offense. Yuli had a sac fly in the first inning. And I was getting ready to write down first inning woes in my notes to talk about, like, oh, we had the bases loaded in the first inning. That might come back to bite us. The bright side is it didn't. Because even if we would have hit a grand slam in that inning, and then a grand slam the next, we still wouldn't have won. That makes me sad to say. Yuli hit a sacrifice fly that scored Altuve. Taylor Jones hit his first home run of his major league career, so good for him. And it was a monster home run, by the way. Like, that was a really well hit ball. Again, it was kind of, the damage had been done and we had lost, but it was still cool for him to get his first home run. Offensively, the only real star tonight was Altuve, who went 3 for 4, which he had 3 consecutive 2-hit games. I believe he had a hit yesterday and now had a 3 for 4 day. I really hope, and I might be reading too much into this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think Altuve might be finding himself again, which I've said it a few times. He is the heart and soul of this team, and if Altuve can get rolling, that would be great. So yeah, that was pretty much it. It was sort of just a massacre. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, we looked bad, and hopefully we can get it on track tomorrow with Greinke. The first pitch, I believe, is 2:30. So yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, go Astros.